Hey guys, Phoenix Cat here. Fact, for some reason I have a pack of Kleenexes, like one of the small purse packs, on my desk and it has one Kleenex in it. I also have a box of Kleenexes on my desk, so it's like, there's not enough in it to really be worth putting in my purse, but it's also less convenient than the box that's right there and half full. So I guess it's just gonna sit there forever now and never be used. That's cool. And not relevant to this video, because in this video we are painting a landscape. Let's talk about that. Oops, I did not intentionally steal that from Rand it just came out of my mouth. So, yeah, I'm painting a landscape, and this is day 21 of Inktober. For once, and by for once I mean within the last 3 videos, within this week really, I've had a really hard time with the recording. So, this was probably the favorite thing I did in the 3rd week. Not only because it actually recorded properly, which I can't say for everything else, but also just, I think I was finally kind of figuring out the ink painting and, controlling it. Cause, I think I figured it out more later, but, this is where I was starting to actually be able to do stuff with it that looked nice and even more or less more than before, because not only did I have proper brushes, but also if you notice in the top right corner there is a bowl, and it's just a paper bowl because I was too lazy to look for an actual palette. The only palette I had available had watercolors on it. I didn't want to mess it up because I don't know, I don't think that would, because ink sticks better and I don't want it messing up the watercolors if I ever decide to use them. They aren't my watercolors. They're someone else's watercolors, like my sister's, but I get to take them over because Anyway, so I just grabbed a paper bowl because I was too lazy to find an actual palette. I did the next day, I think, but yeah. And so I used that to mix the ink with the water separately off the brush, which made it so much easier, because before I was dipping the brush in the ink, and then dipping it in the water, and then kind of swiping it on the towel to see what it looked like, and then, oh, it's too light, let's dip in the ink, oh wait, no, now it's too dark, let's dip in the water and try to sponge this up, no, and it's just really hard. And with ink, because it's I'm using India ink, and it's you put it on the page and it's there once it dries, and even before it dries, but almost as soon as you put it on the page, you can't pull it back up. You can, depending on how wet it is, you can move it a little bit, but and you can use a dry brush to pull it up. But even that, you can't do it for very long, and so it's you can't really waste a bunch of time trying to figure out what color, what shade you were using on the ground, and it will end up not matching. And so for this, I was able to make a puddle that was all the same shade, and assuming I could get the balance right, which I did struggle with still, but assuming I could actually make an even shade over the ground, and the hills are in fairly even shade. And so yeah, it worked out a lot better, and I feel as a landscape it looks nice. It's not the super interesting at the very end. It's not in the video, but before I actually after I finished, I came back and was looking at it, and I realized the forest was just really too dark compared to everything else, and technically it's in the background, so it should be lighter, but it's also there's nothing in the foreground to be dark. So I ended up adding a bird in the sky just kind of flying around, and actually stationary because it's a picture, but yeah, so that helped. It's still not the most interesting landscape, but I'm really happy with how it turned out, just because I don't do landscapes enough, and I think I really, at some point, need to take time to actually study the landscapes, in real life, and really learn how to draw them, but there's not much around here to look if I tried to draw the area around my house, it would mostly be cornfields, maybe a few roads, I don't, not much to it. So yeah, but I'm happy with how this turned out, and I'm still behind on videos. At this rate, though, once again, yesterday I was doing Inktober drawing, and I didn't start the recording. I was like super careful to make sure the camera was plugged in so it would work, and made sure the lighting was right, and made sure that there was space on the thing, computer, and all this stuff, and that everything was lined up right so you could see the picture. And like during the inking process, I was, I think, doing a really good job of staying out of the camera's sight for once. And like, nah, I forgot to hit record. I need to like draw up a checklist of how to record art videos, and then like go through it, like double check that the camera's plugged in, and then double check that it's recording, and then triple check that it's recording, and then quadruple check that it's recording, and then like leave it up on my screen and stop watching YouTube videos so I can actually watch it, and the scans over like every 30 seconds, maybe quicker, just to make sure it's still recording. A little bit irritated with myself mostly. And also my camera for not reading my mind. Like, seriously, guys, why is it reading my mind? But yeah, so I'll actually get through the Inktober videos much sooner than I thought. But that's all for this one. Hope you enjoyed. I am a bit bummed that I didn't use tape to make the sharp edges nice and sharp, because the not sharp edge style can work, but only if you're doing it on purpose and like make it a nice shape, not just a weird lopsided rectangle. Anyway, that's all. Bye. Hope you have a great day.